Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here, back from Cali. I know it's been a couple days since I've uploaded. I'm back. I tried to keep you guys up to date, kind of with where I was going and all of that. I know some people have been asking, like, okay, where are uploads? Are you done uploading? Like, no, I am not done uploading. I'm still uploading, of course. I'm gonna be catching up on the things I fell behind on here shortly. But this right here is something I definitely had to check out first because everyone has been talking about Tower of God today, and probably rightfully so. I've heard a lot about Tower of God. A lot of people love it. A lot of people say it's like the One Piece of webtoons. Which, when someone says that, it's just like, okay, like you got to look out for something like that. Kind of keep your eye on it. And I know this anime was announced like a while ago, but we finally got more for it. So you guys have probably been waiting for this for something, right? A trailer. We also got the studio that is working on it, which is Telecom Animation Film. And I know maybe some of you guys may not know this studio, but Telecom Animation Film has been around for a while. They've worked on pretty much, I think, all of the Lupin the Third stuff. Most recently, Lupin the Third Part 5, which all of Lupin has really high reception, but Lupin the Third Part 5 especially had really high reception. They've also worked on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, unlike Lupin the Third, they were not the main studio behind it. That was Bones, but they had a big involvement in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Eden of the East. They were the main studio behind Orange. Orange is a series I really love, one of my favorite rom-coms, and the source material I really love as well. And they did a good job with the source material, so I was really, really happy about that. Because at first, honestly, before I went into Orange, I was kind of like, telecom animation film. I don't know, I don't really know how I feel about that. But then they actually kind of exceeded my expectations with Orange, and they did a really good job, like I said, with the adaptation. And I know with Tower of God there's a lot to adapt, so hopefully you guys who are source material readers will have a good time with this, and hopefully they do a good job right with the adaptation. I'm excited. I mean, I want to see what we got with this trailer. It's trending on YouTube. I don't know anything really about Tower of God besides that, right, it's a webtoon and some of the other things that I mentioned. So that just goes to tell you right there that I really don't know a lot about it. So it's kind of exciting for me to dive into something I'm not really familiar with in webtoons, right? From them being from Korea. So I feel like the closest thing maybe to this would be like the King's Avatar. This kind of gives me sort of the same kind of feeling I had when I first got in the King's Avatar, because it was kind of something a little newer, like fresher compared to like the anime that we have a lot in each season, right, from Japan. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see what it's about. I want to get right into this trailer, guys, and see what we got. So let's get into it. Okay, you can tell like a really interesting kind of design. Now, I think this is kind of like how a lot of the webtoon, like maybe that style for webtoons. Climb the tower and everything will be yours. At the very, very top of it, you can become a god. Oh, I noticed that voice. I noticed that voice, by the way. Premieres in April, so it's gonna be here before we know it. And Crunchyroll really dropped the bomb on us with this Crunchyroll Originals thing, which we're gonna go over the trailer. Um, but yeah, Crunchyroll really dropped the bomb on us because I think they announced two other ones that they're gonna have. God of High School is one, and I think the other one is called like Noblesse. I'm probably butchering that very bad, so pardon me. But um, now my question is, the Tower of God. Like, are there already gods in this world? Like, are there already people who have reached the top, and maybe this character, whoever the main character is, right, has to fight them kind of along the way? Because the concept kind of like, don't get mad at me, although Sword Art has been great lately, so you cannot, if you have not watched lately what we've had with Sword Art, it is amazing. I definitely get the complaints about early Sword Art, but Aincrad was lit. Like, Aincrad was, before the stuff we've had recently with SAO, Aincrad was the best. And this kind of reminds me of that, like with the floors, you know how they are in SAO with Aincrad. This kind of reminds me of that, but I feel like with this, um, it seems like there may be some, maybe I'm off on saying that, right? But it seems like there's going to be a lot of people that are main character. It's probably not just going to be, I'm assuming the boy, the boy is the main character here. I'm assuming it's not going to be held to just that, right? I feel like there's going to be a lot more there with it, especially with how much content there is out for Tower of God. So I don't necessarily think it's going to be some kind of like episodic thing where it's like, monster or enemy of the week. Maybe at first, but I feel like over time there will be more of like a developing story kind of there. So the first thing that definitely jumped out to me was the character designs, right? Like the lining and the shading on them. In some parts, like it looks really clean, but and then other parts it doesn't really necessarily seem like it's totally polished or finished. I want to say, which that'll probably be cleaned up. This is probably just for the preview, right? It's coming in April, so they probably gotta still touch up maybe on some of those things, or maybe this is just the style of it in general. I'm not really sure, honestly, but that was something that I noticed. But the character designs overall, I actually really like. Something I'm always into. Oh, sorry about that. Something that I'm always into is like the different kinds of beasts or enemies or whatever it may be that the characters are going to fight, what kind of weapons or techniques they're going to use or have. I'm pretty sure some fangirls are probably crazy about about the two of these. It could be boys too, but probably primarily females. I can already probably feel that. Definitely. So I'm actually really curious. Kind of what comes with being at the top of the tower, right? Is it one tower? Is it actually one tower, or like it must be one tall ass tower if it's one tower, and like it seems like there's a lot to it. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like there's varying different kinds of like atmospheres as well, like sceneries. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks like we got some space shit going on. They're like in some cornfields, like it seems like there's a bit of everything in terms of like what this main character is going to face, where he's going to be at, the people or things he's going to encounter. So I'm really interested in that, definitely. So those are kinds of the things that caught my attention. I gotta say. Also, this girl, she has like a little horn. I didn't notice that at first. She has like a little horn going on there, but she looks cute. Some of the I did notice. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but the voice that we heard towards the end, I did recognize that voice actor. I think it's actually Sato's voice actor from Ajin, I want to say. I forget the name. I'm still not really good with the names. But also the first girl's voice we heard at the beginning of the trailer, I recognize as well. This looks like the one guy from Devilman. So yeah, like you see what I mean? Like most of it is actually pretty clean, I would say. But there are little bits in here that I noticed that don't necessarily look like as clean as some of the other shots. It's kind of what I was trying to get at earlier. As I'm flipping through here, I think you guys may be able to see kind of what I'm talking about. But so I really hope. I mean, I feel like it still could be enjoyable, right? If it's just the main character going from level to level to level to level. But I kind of want to hope that there's more to it than that. Like I hope there is more to it. And I think there will. If there's that much content out for it, it's like, and it's still going, and it has like a very high reception. A lot of people love it. A lot of people are into it. Even I guess maybe even if it was to where he was going level to level to level to level, there has to be something they do with the series that keeps you invested. You know what I'm saying? So, like that was like if Sword Art, if Aincrad went on forever, right? And Kirito just kept going from floor to floor to floor to floor to floor, it would have lost its, the feeling, right? It would have just been probably, at some point you would have been like, like I'm still watching this, Like, I don't think this is, that's how this is going to be. Like, they have to do something to spice it up, or there's something more there than maybe it may seem to me right now, Which, don't spoil me, please, because, like I said, I'm going kind of fresh into this. I don't know really anything, but I am definitely interested from what we got from this. It was only like 40, pretty much 30 seconds long, because there's like kind of some stuff at the end here. But I got to give props to Crunchyroll, honestly, for this, because this may open up a whole new, just medium, I guess, of content, to come to us. With the webtoons and all of that, because I know solo leveling, is one that a lot of people have been talking about. Like Tower of God and that one are the two that I hear the most about. So this is, depending on how it's um, saw by a lot of people, who knows, right? The sky may be the limit with it. And I know there's like a lot of webtoons out there. So, yeah, man, definitely excited, curious to see what we are going to have with Tower of God. This is something brand new for me that I'll be diving into in April, which is going to be here before we know it. So yeah, let me know what you guys thoughts of the trailer. Like I said before, if you guys are readers of the source material, please don't spoil me on anything. I want to go into this fresh. That's why it's really exciting, because I don't know what to expect, and all the questions and things I'm asking and things I'm wondering about. I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to play out, or if my questions are going to be answered. So yeah, that about does it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought. If you did enjoy the reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.